Hey there, or I said, I don't know if I should say good night or good evening or good morning, but it is 9 p.m. my time right now, and it is Tuesday, September the 2nd. And the reason I'm going live so late tonight was because yesterday was Memorial Day, and I was traveling, or not Memorial Day, Labor Day. I was just traveling for Labor Day with my family, and we just got back from that pretty late on Monday, and then today, all day, I was preparing for this live stream. So, kind of didn't have time to go live this afternoon. And just like the last couple live streams, I actually had one live stream planned for today. But inside of AIville, there's been something blown up that when this happens, I have to just take everything and like pause everything and then learn and try to learn what is going on right now with AI. And then I come report to you on YouTube and let you know what's up. So, in case you don't know who I am, my name is Chris Luck. I'm the creator of AIville, which is the largest and fastest growing community in the world for people like yourself and myself who are learning how to use AI every day. So, what we're going to do is just jump right into my computer here because there's a lot to share. And I do want to do a shout out for those of you that are taking the time to be here live. If that's you, let me know in the chat. Let me know your name. Let me know where you're from so I can do a little shout out for you. Looks like we have Oliver coming all the way in from Leicester Beach, and we have Wayne. I like to see all of you coming in from all over the world when I do this late at night, because when I do this in the afternoon, I feel like I get a lot of people just from the U.S., but at night I get you from all over the place, which is awesome. So thank you. And Chip Sanity says from SoCal, will it be Chris or his digital twin? And yeah, it's Chris Luck live from St. Louis. It's Tuesday Night Live. I like that. I need to start having more like um, better intros of myself and like what it is that just to make it a little more fun, I guess. I don't know. But I see a lot of you are talking to each other also in the chat. So we have Jared coming in from Newport News, Virginia. And thank you, Jessica. I am actually feeling a lot better. And it was just a really nice weekend. It was a nice weekend. Hopefully you had a great weekend too. All of you that are here had a good Labor Day weekend. Hopefully you did some Labor Day shopping. I have not had time to do Labor Day shopping. We have a garage fridge that actually went out, and we need to get a new garage fridge. So I have a couple of those bookmarked. You actually might see them if they show up on one of my browsers, because I'm still not quite prepared for what we're about to go through. So good news is, though, I went and saw my youngest daughter. She was at a softball game today for her school, and she hit a home run, which is it, 8th grade. They're playing some monsters, and the girls are very hard, and they're very there's no way I could hit a home run off of any of these pitchers. And I was proud of her that she got a home run. And then I'm unfortunately, she had a sand volleyball tournament right after her softball game, and I had to miss it because I'm here with all of you. So I found out, though, my wife just texted me, and they won the championship for sand volleyball, which is awesome, but also sucks as a dad that wasn't there. And then I had to drop my oldest daughter off at horseback riding, and I didn't get to stay and watch her do her horseback riding because I was preparing this live stream for all of you right now. So it's definitely taken a lot. This has taken a lot of time to do these and to keep up with these. I'm starting to wonder if I should have just done one live stream a week instead of every day of the week, because it is definitely difficult to keep up with it. But I'm trying, and dang it, Jessica, you were going to get this every single time. Yes, Waldo is hidden over by the 4-leaf clover, right on my bookshelf. He is right. Where is he? He is right, peeking out right there. But the thing is, whenever I announce the prize, which I'm probably going to be doing in about, I would say, not next week, probably the week after. The thing is you can't. Well, I guess you could win the prize multiple times. So if you can, you've won it twice then. So yeah, and I'll let her know that you say congrats on my daughter's win. So we're gonna just get started here. And for those who are wondering what this cloudy water is that I'm drinking, it is magnesium. I like to drink magnesium at night to kind of help me recharge my body and recover a little bit. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about how to create your digital twin with the HeyGen Avatar 4. I don't know why people do put like IV or the Roman numerals. Just say like HeyGen Avatar 4. But I do like the word avatar, and I think it's really cool. So we are going to just jump into it right now. And here we go. So basically, avatars, AI avatars, as you know it, if you've ever messed with them, they've just died tonight as of September 2nd, unfortunately, because the HeyGen Avatar 4 is going to look so much alive in ways that old ones never did. Faces are going to smirk, eyes are going to blink, heads are going to tilt with feeling. Every word now lands with matching body movement, and a single photo is going to talk like a living human on camera, and old versions are just going to feel like, stiff museum pieces. And you're also tonight going to be able to meet twins that sold your face. So if you're like me and you want to attempt to use HeyGen Avatar 4 to create a digital twin of yourself, all you have to do is record a short clip and just talking to the camera for like 2 minutes. You can just do it on your phone, and then you upload it to your HeyGen account, which I'll show you how all this works. And it's going to learn who you are, and your twin will copy your timing, your tone, your vibe. It'll remember any quirks, little pauses that you had in the middle of talking, your hands, your eyes, your posture. Everything is going to feel and look like you. So you can actually have a clone that never gets tired. If you are watching this and want to clone yourself to do something for training or for work or just for fun and have yourself say all kinds of just goofy things, you can, I guess you could just record yourself on camera saying something goofy. But I have some cool use cases that we're going to go through. You can be able to basically take a selfie and turn it into a spokesperson faster than making coffee. You're going to be able to take one selfie if you don't want to record a video, and you just type out a simple script and it'll come alive as a full talking avatar. And there's no cameras, you don't need lights, you don't need a messy setup. This is going to be really good for those of you that want to use TikTok or YouTube or just use like quick sales scripts. There's a lot of really fun things you're going to be able to do with this. Expressions are going to look so real. They're creepy. HeyGen Avatar 4 is going to take expressions really to the next level. Smiles will rise slow instead of like snapping on and off like before. Your eyebrows will actually arch up to punch whenever you're trying to explain dramatic words. Your eyes will squint and widen with perfect timing. There'll be subtle pauses that make speech feel like human again. And people are going to forget that they're looking at AI, just after a few seconds. Also, what's really crazy is that with this HeyGen Avatar 4, the body language is off the charts because it'll really like sell your soul, because hands will open wide to show trust and honesty. Fingers will, like when people are your avatar or the avatar you create is talking, it'll actually talk with hand gestures that are just perfect on point with keywords. Shoulders will shift and sync with rhythm or speech. Movements look natural instead of robotic, and silence even feels just full of body language. And with HeyGen Avatar 4, you can speak 175 languages without studying a single one. You can translate any of your videos into 175 languages in seconds. Lips will actually sync and lock to every sound and syllable perfectly. The tone and pacing flow is going to be like a natural speaker. One clip can reach every market in the world if you do it right, and your avatar can speak anywhere you want to sell. Once you create these, if you're wondering how you go about editing them, there's a full video editor that will now live inside HeyGen. We're going to play around with all of this live here, by the way. You can drop captions in and B-roll with one click. You can record your screen. You can slide your screen into place. New voice tools will make delivery sound much more human. And it's really going to feel like Final Cut, but without the pain. And the quality feels so good, it's actually legal, because thanks to HeyGen, realism now makes people question what's fake, and old AI avatars are going to look broke next to this upgrade. Every motion is going to stay smooth with zero glitching, and video exports are going to shine on any screen that you want to post to. The price of your replacing yourself, if you want to use HeyGen, the free tier is going to work. You can play around with this with the free tier, but you only get a few minutes of it, and it goes pretty quick. I have the creator plan. I don't want to announce what the price is for the creator plan, because it changes anytime I announce anything. Like, oh, it's this much. Then people are like, hey, and they'll leave a comment in the video later, and then they're like, it isn't that much. And I'm like, Well, it was whenever I was live. So anyway, I'm just so you know, I'm using the creator plan. I was thinking about updating to the team plan just so you could see what it looks like, but I don't really need all the features. But it's still going to be a lot cheaper than hiring any actor, buying lights, even hiring someone on Fiverr. This is going to be cheaper than hiring someone on Fiverr. One project that you do with this could really pay back the fee. And as always, I like cheat codes for those of you that are always wondering, like, why do I talk about cheat codes so much? It is because this thing, when I was a kid, was a game genie that you could plug any Nintendo game into, and it would instantly unlock thousands of cheat codes. So you could do a lot of cool things and thousands of cool things on Nintendo games. And I keep it next to me because every time I do anything with AI and I want to just create something fun, I always look down at it and I think like, oh, what kind of cheat codes could there possibly be that could really unlock the potential for using these tools? And so I came up with a few that can actually print money while you sleep if you want to do that with HeyGen. So you could actually use HeyGen, and what you're going to see me do today, auto create a pitch video for any new offer or somebody else's offer. You can clone yourself to teach courses without ever filming yourself. You can translate sales scripts for global audiences. You can personalize outreach with avatars that greet clients. Your business can just run content all over the internet for you while you actually don't ever have to do anything. You just record the 2-minute script, upload a video of yourself, and you could just put in a bunch of scripts and it'll pump out a bunch of videos that look probably and talk better than you ever would on your 15th take. So the AI future for digital cloning today is really just going to be winking at you. HeyGen Avatar 4 now really pushes realism past every rival that I've seen out there. Digital twins can now be a second version of you, and the HeyGen Studio makes editing really feel like a toy, and translation turns one video into hundreds if you want to do that. And this isn't an update. This is really like a new era in video. That's why I wanted to make a live stream about this for you on my YouTube channel, but just to really kind of keep you updated with everything that's going on. So let's go ahead and dive into the HeyGen Avatar 4 interface together. What I want to do is I want to jump directly into my creator account, and then we can play around with it together. So if you were just kind of waiting for that moment of just seeing how this actually works, I am going to give you a little bit of a disclaimer and a little bit of a warning is that this could go really, really bad because I am teaching live and we don't know how this is going to work. If any of you happen to be around whenever I recorded live, I was recording on my phone. I was taking Taylor Swift singing in the background with Starbucks and Apple logos fighting each other because someone asked that in the chat to do that. And then I chose spicy mode on Grok, and things happened that I wasn't expecting to happen. So I don't know what's going to happen when we're doing this. So your guess is going to be as good as mine. One thing that's going to make me different than everybody else out there on YouTube that's teaching and talking and having fun with AI, which by the way, I'm real. Like this is real Chris. This is not fake digital clone Chris. I should have made. I could have made this whole live if I had enough time to prepare. I could have made this whole live stream like digital clone version of me. But I don't want to do that. I like my whole thing with YouTube is I just want to be authentic and real and just kind of have fun with everything and say hi to all of you that are hanging out. And what's up, Banana Passion? Thank you for being here. And thank you for being here also, Robert, the Legally Blonde guy. I appreciate you taking the time to be here. And I do not right now have a coupon code to join AIville. Those are coming little spurts at a time because AIville, there's a lot that is powering it behind the scenes and a lot that we're paying big companies like OpenAI and Anthropic and all that to be able to run the stuff behind AIville. So we don't just have promo codes floating around all the time. Shamori, thank you for being here. I'm looking forward to seeing if you're going to show up to San Diego. I'm looking forward to hang out with you in San Diego here in a few weeks. And Jay, yeah, he just trying to ask if this is the real me. This is the real me, and this is actually a funny thing. I was just looking. I totally forgot what hat I was wearing. This is a new hat that I got from Black Clover, and some people are always asking about my hats, and they're like, "How many hats do you have?" And what's up, Michael? Thank you for being here. So I just logged into my Black Clover account. Check this out. So these hats that I wear, they're Black Clover because I was gonna wear this hat, Or I was gonna wear this hat. I didn't know which one I wanted to wear on camera, but I was like, I'll wear this new kind of maybe this navy one because I haven't worn it yet. So anyway, my Black Clover account, if you look here, my first order was from April 17th, 2018. That is what, 7 years ago, was when I ordered my first hat. And since then, I mean, if you look at the price, the how much money I'm spending on hats it's a little bit of an obsession and addiction that I hope my wife isn't watching this live stream right now and actually saw those numbers. But you know what? It's okay because I feel like I wear the same shirt all the time. I either wear a black V-neck polo or like what I'm wearing right now from Cuts Clothing, or I wear just a black V-neck, and that's my whole closet. So it's just a V-neck or a polo, and then I like to have colorful, fun hats. Then I match my colorful, fun. Usually Jordan 1 lows are like my favorite kind of shoes. If any of you want to buy me gifts someday, that's what I wear. Okay, so let's just go ahead and play around with this. So I'm going to, there's not really any type of thing you need to follow, like on previous live streams where I've had a very specific step-by-step click here, do that. It's so simple. You didn't need any of that. So there is one thing we'll get to at the very end here, and is we'll talk about the digital twin movement. But for now, let's just take a look and go full screen here. I haven't done this before. Actually going full screen. I'm usually doing side-by-side screens with HeyGen. So this is HeyGen. You can basically, this is what you use to create talking avatars. Avatars being people or characters or yourself, like what we're talking about, digital cloning or creating a digital twin today. What they came out with, it makes all this possible, is this Avatar 4. So when you click on Avatar 4, this is where you can create a lifelike talking avatar from just a photo. But now you can actually upload 2 minutes of yourself talking, and it's even more dialed in than just a talking photo. So once you get in, and you can try it for free, so that HeyGen did not pay for this or anything like that, because this is only like my 12th live stream or whatever I've ever done on YouTube. So I think it's going to be a while until I have anyone reaching out saying, hey, can you make a live stream about this? It'd be cool though. If any of you are creating any awesome AI products and you want me to demo them, let me know. You can just reach out to me. My email is at chris@aiville.com. So you come here and then you can get an idea of what you can do with this Avatar 4. Very simple approach is to take one photo, upload it, and then pick a AI voiceover and then type a script out, and it just starts talking. That's like version 1 of what AI avatars are like. The version we're at now, which is version 4, is when you actually get in to your HeyGen account. So I'm logged into mine right now, and you can see I just have a creator plan. So what I like to do with my live streams, just if you're new to my live streams, by the way, something I always ask is that if you actually do like this content that you're seeing, go ahead and like this live stream, or if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel while you're watching this, because I can see the stats on what live streams I do get more engagement over others. And then I know I need to make more content like that. So that's kind of my metrics on knowing, am I doing the right thing or not? Because I would say probably for my next 30 or so live streams I do on YouTube, they're all going to be a little different. The outlines are going to be a little different. The topics are going to be a little different until I really find what is what's going to hit on YouTube in terms of what the majority of people that find this stuff on YouTube like. So I really appreciate taking the time, if you do like and subscribe and all that to this. That helps me out in knowing if I'm doing the right thing. Okay, so when you get, what I like to do is on my live streams is just I pay for an account, and then I will get in and I will play around with the account. So we're kind of like playing around together. I'm just imagining you're sitting next to me right now in my office, and we're just going to have some fun and play around with HeyGen. So Avatar 4, it says it just got personal because now instead of just uploading photos, you can now try it out by uploading a 2-minute video of yourself, and you literally just talk into the camera about your day. There's not a script you have to read. You just talk as if you're just talking to a friend, and then it's going to pick up on your mannerisms. It's going to pick up on your tonality. It's going to pick up on everything. So here, I'm actually going to mute myself, and I will play 23 seconds of how they talk about what it is, so you can get a feel to make. And I like to watch this stuff too, so I can learn about it.
Avatar 4 for digital twins. It moves like you, speaks like you, and it adapts to the script.
Go to the My Avatar tab and select Digital Twin product. Then you can go ahead to AI Studio, select your avatar to enable that digital twin experience.
This is actually my digital twin. I can't wait to see what you create with yours.
Pretty crazy stuff. So anyway, we'll go ahead and try it out. And then when you get in to your setup, you're going to see it's got me look, I don't know why. It's a very smoldering look. I could not even make this look if I wanted to. That's pretty nice look there. But here, before we got to there, I want to show you how this works. So when you come in to HeyGen, and then to access the Avatar 4, you click on avatars here on the left. So there's voices, there's all kinds of stuff. You can get really confused very quickly with AI by clicking around all over the place. So I just want to show you, if you want to create a twin of yourself and a digital clone of yourself, I will say by experience, I've learned if you can't just, I had the idea of like, what if I could just hire somebody on Fiverr or a freelancer and just have them make a 2-minute video of just talking about their day? And what if I uploaded that? Could I then just make a digital twin of them without them knowing? Because I'm just kind of curious if you could. And you cannot, because what happens is you can't see it because I've already went through the process of doing it. But when you create a new avatar, it's going to ask you to record a 2-minute video, and it tells you make sure the lighting is pretty like bright and everything, so it can just kind of see everything. And then you upload it, and then it analyzes it, and then it's going to make sure it hits all the marks on what it needs. Then it's going to ask you to turn on your webcam on your computer. It's going to ask you to read a script, and then at the end of that script, it's only like 2 sentences, but at the end of the script, it's going to ask you to read a passcode, and that passcode is auto-generated every time. And that's how they can tell that people can't use this for evil, by having CEO of companies create a digital avatar and use it for spamming and really bad stuff. So the authentication was really good. It's kind of what I was saying. So where it says, you see that me in this little trucker hat here, this is where I just create an avatar by uploading one photo, because I want to show you the difference on creating a video, a 2-minute this new talking Avatar 4 by HeyGen. That is the one you see in the blue hat here. The trucker hat was just me uploading a photo. If you just want to upload a photo, you can see I uploaded a photo, but now you used to be able to get away with only uploading one photo, but now it's going to say upload 9 more photos for best results. So you can't just take like a photo of a celebrity and then have it be this hyper realistic version of the celebrity talking or whatever. You need like 9 very unique angles and stuff like that. So before you could just do one photo. Now it wants you to do 9. And then if I hit train model off just this one photo, it's probably going to be pretty bad. But let's go. I'll test it. I actually haven't done this recently. So I'm just going to hit train model, and it's going to say, are you sure you want to train your custom model with only one look? They suggest now uploading 10 to 20. So, all right, well, let's just say, yeah, train the model. So now it's going to train the model. It's going to take about a 3-minute processing time. So you can add up to like, with the creator, with what I have, you can see I've got 300 looks available that I could do. So I could take pictures of me in like different settings and stuff, like, maybe studios that I've created, or, if I've taken a trip on a beach and I want to take pictures like on the beach of whatever, that's kind of why you would want to have so many different looks available. So why it's doing that, I'm afraid to actually jump off this screen and then it like go away. So let me just jump back over to another tab. And while we're waiting for that one, I'll go ahead and click on my avatar version of me that was scary in terms of how realistic it felt. Now, the voice is going to sound a little different than what you're hearing right now with me talking, because when I recorded my sample, I was recording it very robotically. I need to, and I actually did all this about 10 minutes before I went live just now. So I need to go back and redo it where I'm talking more naturally instead of robotically. Um, but other than that, it's cool because you can just delete it and then go do it again if you don't like the way it turned out. So I'm going to click on it, and then we are going to click on it again. And then I'm going to mute myself, and there's 6 seconds it's going to play. I'm like right away, I didn't put a script in or anything. It's like your avatar is introducing itself to you. So let me go ahead and I'm going to mute myself out and just listen to this 6 seconds. This blew my mind when I first heard. Hey, Chris Luck, your digital twin is ready. Try creating videos with it. Also, click the feedback button to share what you think. Hope you enjoy. Pretty crazy. Now, it kept the smoldering look that I can't give for whatever reason. But now when I was thinking when I recorded the sample, I was looking right at the camera and I wasn't actually smiling a lot when I was looking directly, like how I'm looking at you right now. I wasn't smiling a whole lot. So there's a lot of different versions I can do of this, but it's insane that it trained a voice model and everything. And I can add gestures if I want to add gestures. I don't know how to add gestures yet, but let's just go ahead and create a video from this. So let's do a portrait video because landscape would be. Oh, by the way, let me know in the chat, like, what was your initial thought when you just saw that? Was that pretty cool? Like, it blew my mind when I saw it, and this all happened within 90 seconds. So when I recorded a 2-minute video of myself talking, I uploaded it. About 90 seconds later, I could actually now go ahead and make videos with this avatar, which I haven't done yet. I haven't created a video with this avatar. So we're going to try this together. But I think on a 1 to 10 scale, 10 being like mind blowing, it's probably an 8. But it's an 8 because I did a pretty crappy job recording my 2-minute demo because I felt very robotic. All right. So I just chose portrait. And then now this is what I was talking about when you don't have to worry about video editing software because it is all built into HeyGen now. So what we can do is when you have your avatar, you can start with your avatar, obviously. You can add captions. We can play around with the background. We can pick different background templates. We can put video backgrounds in. We can have image backgrounds if you want to. You ever didn't see those videos where it puts you in like different settings, like on Zoom or whatever? There's tons of realistic backgrounds in here. If you just want to make it a single color, you can make it a single color. Now, I haven't clicked on any of these to see like how realistically accurate they would look, but let's say if I click on one, I can say change background or detach from background. That's interesting. So let's just say change background. Oh, now it's going to give me even more background. So we can really get super in depth with this. Let's just say detach from background. And then let's say if I put that background on there, this is where you can like play around if you ever use layers in Photoshop or any other video editing. I could set as background. I can move it forward or backwards. So you could add different elements and visuals and pop-ups and all kinds of stuff. Now I'm just kind of messing around knowing I haven't really played with this yet. So I'm just going to set as background and see my background is still there. So what I need to do is learn how to remove my background first. So I kind of made also the mistake by recording this in my office that I'm in right now, where, I mean, if you look around in my office, there's a lot of stuff around me. So this is not all fake. This is like, those are my books. And that's like my Waldo over there that Jessica found earlier. So it's, if I did this on a plain white background, it'd probably be a little bit better, but let's go ahead and just hit background remover. And it's that just blew my mind. It removed my background, even though I was saying all the bad things on like how it's probably not going to do a good job. It did an amazing job. And I just realized I wasn't sharing my screen. So now it removed the background. So now I can go ahead and play with this background right here. I can put it right where I want it. And then I can take this background and just say move back. Now you got me, and then I can move me on top of it wherever I want. So, I mean, this is insane that you can do all this inside of one tool, and you don't have to go learn CapCut, and you don't have to go learn, I don't know, Final Cut or any. really do any of that stuff. I just like to try to play with one tool. Oliver says this is freaky scary. And Nicole says that she's been playing with it a little bit and it's very helpful to watch. And this is great. Cool. I'm glad you like it. So that's what I'm doing right now. For those of you that are like just tuning in, or maybe if you're watching the recording of this, I just like to play around, and I like to do this as if you're just sitting next to me and we're kind of playing around together. So, and we'll create a video here in a second, but I'm just playing with the layers right now just to kind of, let's say I don't like that background anymore. Let's say I want to bring my background back. Can I do that? So I can, yep, looks like I can bring it back. So I can bring it back. I can make me a little bigger or smaller or whatever. So let's go ahead and just do that. I don't know what corner radius is. If I want to do a corner radius, oh, that's kind of cool if you just want to play around with that. Animate would be if you want to probably animate an actual image or a lower third or something like that. I'm not going to click on all these different elements because I know you probably all just want to see how good does this clone really sound. So let me go ahead and say, how about say hi there. Welcome to the largest. So now let's go ahead and just hit play here and just see what this sounds like. It's making two voices right now. I don't know if it's going to use my voice or someone else's voice.
Hi there. Welcome to the largest community.
Okay, that was not me. So let's. Oh, I can actually choose my voice. So that could be weird. I could lay a completely different voice on top of me instead of being me. I don't want to do that, but let's go ahead and just try my voice. Hey there, here's how I sound. Hope you like it. The right voice brings avatar videos to life. No, it wasn't great. So it looks like there is going to be some settings you might want to do. So, gosh, there's all kinds of things. There's a voice engine. So it is picking different voice engines to go with. And so it's not using like HeyGen. HeyGen does not have a voice engine. It looks like it can pull from 11 Labs, Fish, Panda, Starfish, or 11 Labs V3, which that's incredible. So this will take a little bit of tweaking for sure to figure out what's going to be the best voice engine you would want to use. I would probably just say to go with auto and then play around with the speed and the volume and all of that. I could change, like I said, I could change my accent if I wanted to. Instead of an original accent, we could see what I sound like if I was like, I don't know, if I was from Ireland. Let's see what that sounds like. Hang on. Hey there. Here's how I sound. Hope you like it. The right voice brings avatar videos to life. No, that didn't really sound very Irish, but all right, let's just go ahead and leave it as is, as it was. And then what's this audio and pause? If I click on audio, okay, I could upload my own audio. I can put in pauses. I can do different scenes. A voice director. To use voice director mode, you need to switch to the Panda voice engine. Click below to switch. You can always change it back in the voice settings. So this would be, oh, this is cool. Instead of prompting, you could record your own voice and it will just match it to the delivery. We'll play with that on like another thing later. So let's go ahead and just, if I hit play here. Hi there. Welcome to the largest community in the world for people who are learning how to use AI. I just realized I muted myself when I was talking. Sorry. I was saying that the voice, it made me Irish right away. So you have to hit play down here in the little scrubber to see what the voice sounds like. So when I was clicking my drop down here and I was like, "Oh, let's hear me English Ireland." And I hit play, it wasn't coming back English Ireland, but whenever I hit play down here, it was. Now, I feel like it made me a little flamboyant, but whatever. I'm not going to be producing these videos or anything on social media, or maybe I should. I don't know. So that you have to hit play down here in the actual timeline to actually hear how it's going to sound. So sorry, I'm muting myself out whenever I'm hitting play on the audio because I want to make sure there's not some weird echo on your end. So we're gonna hit play one more time, and then I was gonna say it looks like there's here. I'm gonna hide my camera here on the top right. And 1 second. Come on. Oh, hang on. I gotta unlock my screen. I still have a head cold, by the way. But all right, so up here you can see there's a preview and then there's generate. So if you hit preview, I don't know what that's gonna do. We're gonna hit both buttons, but when I hit generate, it's probably gonna take the blur off of my face and then charge me for generating that video. So we'll try both, but I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself right now and I'll hit preview and see.
Hi there. Welcome to the largest community in the world for people who are learning how to use AI.
Okay, that didn't sound great, but whatever. We're gonna go ahead and hit generate and see what it does here. So we're gonna hit generate. I'll just say Irish. We'll do my video. We can play the resolution so we can export in 1080. We could do 4K, frames per second. We could choose, it looks like 25 by default. It'll use 7 seconds of avatar time. The available I have on my plan, it looks like is 10 minutes. So I can turn off the HeyGen watermark. So there's no HeyGen watermark. If you're using the free plan, I don't think you will have that option. You're probably going to have to, unfortunately, leave the HeyGen watermark there. But 7 seconds, we're just going to submit it and see. I'm doing this for you just so you can kind of see the possibilities of what we can do with the HeyGen Avatar 4. So we're going to go ahead and hit submit. How likely would I recommend their editor to others? Extremely likely, because the editor was actually amazing. So, all right, so it's making a video. So we'll go ahead and see how Irish version of me sounds here in a little bit. And it looks like some of you said you couldn't hear me. Can you hear me now? I just want to make sure you can hear me now. If you can hear me now, say yes. And if you cannot, then I know something messed up with my live stream. But you should be able to hear me now. I'm just waiting to make sure that you can all hear me. I'm going to actually, just to make sure there's not a delay, I'm going to type this in. I'll say, can you all hear me now? Oh, there is a little bit of delay. So Wendy says yes, Jessica says yes, Oliver says yes, Mike says yes. Okay, we got the yeses coming in now. Cool. Sorry about that. So yeah, like I was saying, I mute myself when I play back videos because I don't want there to be an echo on your end and you have like a horrible experience watching my live streams. So why that's generating, I also want to show you what I really liked about HeyGen Avatar 4 was, here's the look that it actually generated for us. We can come back and look at that later. But if you want to come down and click on avatars, in addition, if you, let's say you want to use this feature, but you don't want to, you want to play around with this, but you don't want to create yourself. You don't want to really make a digital twin of yourself, but you would love to have talking avatars talking about things that you want them to talk about. Maybe it could be products. It could be something that you're working on. It could be, I don't know, just a fun joke or something you'd want to play on a friend. And thank you, Nicole, by saying that you appreciate that I'm working through all this in front of you. It is a lot to learn, and I'm actually learning as I'm doing it right now. So, like I said, I just saw over the weekend, Labor Day weekend, inside of AIville, it was blowing up in terms of people doing digital avatars and talking about HeyGen's Avatar 4. And I was just like, I got to learn this really quick because I want to really make this YouTube channel of mine where I just show you the latest cool stuff that's happening, and then we just play with it together. So this is also something new. This is a new approach. Like I said, on my live streams, I'm going to make sure that every few live streams I do a completely different style of live stream. So before, I've always had a very specific agenda. Sorry, this magnesium is like making me burp, which is not good on live stream. But it's my previous agendas on live streams. I would have very specific steps we'd be following, like click here, do this drop down, blah, blah, blah. This one is much more, we're just we're just having fun. Again, I should just put a little chair next to me and say, this is your chair. And then you're just hanging out with me. We're just playing around with it together. So this is something I want to try today, and we're going to see how it goes. And then you can also see kind of how I work through things also. So, okay. So what I was going to say, while we're waiting for that video to generate, you can come down, and what I love about HeyGen, first, if you want to make things really simple, which I'm a very simple interface kind of person, you can collapse the whole left-hand panel here, and just, if you don't want to look at all that stuff it's telling you to look, like projects and apps and create a team and templates and brand kit. If you're like me and you're like, I don't care about any of that stuff, then collapse it, and you don't have to care about it because you don't have to read it. So what I was wanting to show you is you can come down and pick professional avatars that they've already created and do voice overlays for them. So let's say, I don't know, let's say maybe you're wanting to come out with some new line of hats or something, and then you want this Zarek guy to be like your spokesperson, or to make a video that you could like post on Facebook or Instagram. You could actually use these avatars. If you want something more lifestyle generated, you could do lifestyle, and you're going to find people that are going to be like in more of an office setting and in very different settings, outdoor settings, more of like sitting on their couch. If you want something that's, I know a lot of you like the user generated content. And hey, Banana, thanks for coming. You have another meeting right now? It's like 9:42 at night, my time. Hopefully you have a good late night meeting. Hopefully it's a fun meeting. So you can choose user generated content. And then this is what it gets really fun, because this is going to be the content that you would normally see people uploading on social media. And then you can have them, talk about your, I don't know, your project or some new app you're coming out with, or, a new product you're selling on Etsy. If you just, instead of hiring user generated content people and paying them like $150, $200 to record a 6-second video or 60-second video for you, which is about how much they go for, you can have professional ones go do this for you. Now, when you see where it says AI and you see 4, it means it's going to offer expressive motion that adapts to the script. So you're going to see them talk more with their hands instead of just sitting with their face on camera and no expressions at all. So let's go ahead and just pick one here. This one's crazy too, because it looks like this person's even like moving the camera around in her room. So we'll go ahead and click on, what was her name? Izzy? Yeah, Izzy. So looks like there's 2 different approaches here. We can go with this one, which is, I guess, outfits maybe. So I don't know. So we'll just pick one. And then it looks like Nicole says, can you show one of the ones that they've already made and type in a script? See how it looks? Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So we'll go ahead and say, let's say, I'm so glad you joined the AIville family. And we're also going to see if it pronounces AIville properly, because sometimes it doesn't. And you have to add proper pronunciation to let it know to say words a certain way. So we're going to see if it picks up on it or not. Okay, so we're just going to keep it really short. And then we can also play with voices as well. So like how we were playing around with my voice, we can play around with hers. I play around with the speed, the accent. We can play with the advanced settings. Or we can just hit play as is and see how it goes. So I'm going to mute myself out. I'm going to try to remember to unmute myself. And we're just going to see how it sounds like right out of the box. I'm waiting for it to generate the voices. There we go. All right, I'm going to mute myself.
I'm so glad you joined the AIville family. You're going to love learning how to use AI with us. I'm so glad you joined the AIville family. You're going to love learning how to use AI with us.
Those sound really weird. To be honest, I think they sounded weird. So this is where I would probably play around with the advanced settings and go into and like choose like 11 labs and just see what they sound on these other ones. Panda says it's highly expressive with prompt-based control over emotion, tone, and delivery. It may actually reduce accent similarity. Let's actually play with that. Because I saw earlier there's this voice director, and I wanted to see what this was. So I believe what you can do is I can read it the way I want it to be read, and then but it will use a different voice instead of my voice, I think. So let's see if that is how this works. I think it's called voice mirroring. So again, we're just playing around here. So we're going to see how this goes. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to be able to record myself reading this. It says, make a recording and your avatar will capture your pitch, your tone, and emotions to match your delivery. Okay, let's try this out. I'm so glad you joined the AIville family. You're going to love learning how to use AI with us. Okay, I guess we'll see how that goes. Is it going to put my voice on top of her, though? That would be kind of weird, but I'm going to hit add audio, and we're going to see what this does. It says, pause is not supported in scenes with audio transcriptions. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to mute myself, and we're going to hit play and see. Again, I don't really know what I'm doing. We're just kind of playing around with this together because I didn't have time to figure all this out before I want to do the live stream. So let me mute this, and we'll see.
I'm so glad you joined the AIville family. You're going to love learning how to use AI with us.
That was insane. That was a million times better than what it did initially, because it just went with what I said, but it used her voice instead of my voice, which is as it should have. So let's go ahead. I'm going to hit the generate button and just kind of see what it looks like, because you notice there was a big pause at the beginning. So this is where we could actually come in and we can play around with the scenes and transitions and edits and all that. But I don't want to make this a massive video editing course. But I also want to know, like, I'm just kind of curious for my own pleasure, is for those of you that are just hanging out with me right now, seeing that I'm just kind of playing around with this and clicking on buttons, and I'm not sure what this is going to do, but let's find out. On a 1 to 10 scale, let me know. Be honest with me. You're not going to hurt my feelings. 10, you like me being this kind of raw and unedited and like no script at all. We are just literally pressing buttons and pulling levers and seeing what happens together. Do you like that? 1 to 10? 10 being, yeah, you do like that, or a 1 being you would prefer if I spend a lot of time preparing exactly what I'm going to teach and exactly what sequential order, and giving you more of a polished live stream versus a very unpolished live stream, which is what I'm doing right now. Let me know, because that will actually help me out. And I will tell you, if you all like polished live streams more than unpolished, then I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with doing them every day of the week. More unpolished live streams, I could definitely do them every day of the week, Monday through Friday, because unless I'm traveling, because I can just prepare like an initial high level overview of here's what this is, here's what's cool about it, here's why I like it, and here's what we're going to do with it. Let's share my screen now and then play with it. So that would be more of my approach for doing the not as polished. So anyway, I'm going to let your votes come in, because I know there's a little bit of a delay, and then we'll get back to hitting generate on this and see what it does. So I'm going to hit generate. We're just going to say Izzy, and then we'll make the resolution 1080p. It's going to use 17 seconds. I'm not going to do the watermark, so we're just going to hit submit. And okay, so it looks like it's in line for processing, but in the meantime, here I am, and I can actually see what Irish version of me comes out to whatever he's doing. So let me mute myself, and I have a feeling it's not going to be great, but we will see.
Hi there. Welcome to the largest community in the world for people who are learning how to use AI. Hi there. Welcome to the largest community in the world for people who are learning how to use AI.
I gotta say, it is better than I thought it was going to be, because it totally changed my accent. I was actually speaking. Oh, you know what? Here, I have a better idea because I'm kind of into this little voice director thing. So it captured my voice, so we know that, and we know it's gonna it can overlay my voice on top of the, any other person and make it their voice. But I wonder if I actually click on me again and we just go into creating another script. We're just going to say, I'm so glad you joined the AIville family. I'm just curious, if I talk really fast and energetic with this voice director, will it sound natural as me or not? So I'm just curious. So we're just going to find this out real quick. I need to take a sip of my water. Hang on. Or my magnesium. 1 second. Okay. Let's see what this does. I'm so glad you joined the AIville family. You're going to love learning how to use AI with us. All right. All right. We'll see how that goes. We're going to add audio, and because it's not going to use my actual audio I created, it's just using it for a voice and like inflection type stuff. And we're going to go ahead and generate this. And you know what? Before we generate, let's play around with the background. Let's do the background remover, and then let's look for a background. Let's just look for like a weird space age background. I'm just curious how good of a I don't want to do that. Just how good of the effects are on the backgrounds that it gives you, and then you'll know too. So let's just hit generate. I'll say take 2, and no HeyGen watermark. 8 seconds. Submit. Inline for processing. Now, why that's processing? We got Izzy coming back. If you remember, this is when I did the I just did the voice mirroring, but we want to hear what she has to say. So let's go ahead and I'm going to mute myself, and we're going to see how this goes. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty good.
I'm so glad you joined the AIville family. You're going to love learning how to use AI with us.
That was completely shocking because her eyes and how she moved was going with my voice mirroring on how I actually read that. That completely blew my mind. We're going to watch this again. Let me know what you all think of that on a 1 to 10 scale, because my mind is racing on some things we can do with this. I'm gonna mute myself out and watch this. We'll hit play a couple more times. Pay attention to her eyes and how she tilted her body, like her body language and movements and everything.
I'm so glad you joined the AIville family. You're going to love learning how to use AI with us. I'm so glad you joined the AIville family. You're going to love learning how to use AI with us.
This is crazy. Like, gosh, there's so many things that I want to now do with this for the purpose of fun stuff to do on social media and for ads. Real quick, I was just for all of you that are watching, if you're not seeing the chat or if you're watching the recording of this, I just asked everyone on a 1 to 10, like if you like me being more just, hey, let's have fun with this kind of thing, let me know on a 1 to 10 rating. And it looks like I've got a feeling we're going to do some more unedited things like this, because we have Wayne coming in at 9. We've got Wade coming in or Wayne 10, Wade 9, Oliver 10, Wendy 9, 10. This is the best. I find myself learning and waiting to see what happens. Good. Me too, because I actually want to know what happens as well. What's up, Z Jones? You wish it went faster somehow? I wish it did too. I wish I could learn faster, because if I could learn faster, I could teach faster. But you all have to keep in mind too that there is what is happening right now with technology and AI, and to see that what is going on in front of us is mind-blowing. Like, so I catch myself sometimes too. I'm like, God, I wish that just went faster. But sometimes I have to pump the brakes and be like, well, wait a minute. What just happened again? I got to check myself and be really excited about it. So, all right. So let's go ahead, and it looks like it's taken me a while to do take 2, and it's probably because of the animated background. There's a couple more things I want to show you today though. Avatars. let's say you want to create another avatar. So we did the trucker look, Chris, where it was just one picture. If I create a new avatar, we were just working off of the digital twin, which this is what just came out. This is what you kind of saw the version of me doing. But let's say you just want to do a photo avatar and maybe you don't want it to be a real person. Maybe you want it to be a cartoon character. You can click on photo avatar. And I'm thinking that along the lines too, for those of you that are into coloring books, and I know some of you have businesses where you cater more to kids and parents and things like that. So this is where you can upload a photo avatar of anything. This is where, yes, I uploaded one photo of myself, but if you want to do something crazy, just this is a random idea I had right before I went live, so I pulled it up so you could see. You could go to Midjourney and you can explore what people have created on Midjourney and choose like the top images for the week, for the day, for the month. I just chose the week and scroll down and try to find portrait style images of just characters that you think might be pretty cool. So it's like we could have this, this guy actually talk about AIville if we wanted to. We could have this cow, looks like a pissed off cow. We could have him talk about AIville. And I'm curious how well it would animate something very detailed like this, where you see all of the, the details on the actual character. So what you could do is take a character off of like Midjourney and just pull it down. Now I don't know copyright and all that kind of stuff. You definitely want to look into that. I'm just doing it just more for playing around. If you want to have this like cute little cat talk, okay, we got to pick that cute little cat. That looks way cuter than the than the cow. But all right, so let's say we take that. We could come in to back to HeyGen. We could just upload that cat photo, and it's just the one. So we're just going to upload the one, and then we're going to hit continue, and we'll just say kitty. Age, we'll say young adult. I don't know. Gender, unspecified. And then we'll just create. And then I'm going to try to see if we could create just this quick one photo avatar and have it talk. Because not that I would be doing this for my business with AIville, but we would be doing this. I'm trying to show you as many examples of what it is you could do for yourself, for your business. So why it's processing. Oh, it says it's almost ready. Oh, so we could say choose a voice for me, or we could say add a voice. Well, I'm curious, what would choose a voice look like? So will it look like this and have like a cute little kitten voice, or do we got to go find one? Let's say choose a voice, and we can just go ahead and say create with AI Studio. We're going to create a portrait. So right away, we can have we can make a video with this little cat. Who wants to see this? I think it would be kind of fun. So I'm going to do it. So let's go ahead and see what this voice sounds like. We'll just say, I'm so glad you joined the AI. Well, you know what? I'll say, because it mispronounced AIville earlier. I'll just say, I'm so glad you joined us. You're going to love learning how to use AI with me and all of my furry little friends. Okay, so we're going to hit play because I'm curious what voice it thought would be good for this. Let me mute myself. Actually, it's going to take a minute. So I unmuted myself just to chat with you for a minute. I love, by the way, that all of you are interested in like this more unscripted approach. And I also like I like the honesty about how you wish it went faster somehow, because I will work on trying to be better at going faster and unscripted. I'll kind of plan my scenes and what I want to teach ahead of time, but not spend all day working on an outline, just kind of spend the day thinking of what I'm going to teach in what order. So we're not just kind of randomly wandering around, because right now we're just totally randomly wandering around together. Okay, let's see what this little cute cat sounds like.
I'm so glad you joined us. You're going to love learning how to use AI with me and all of my furry little friends. I'm so glad you joined us. You're going to love learning how to use AI with me and all.
Okay, I did not like. I don't think it picking a voice is the best approach for us to go with. So knowing I want to change that voice completely, this is where I just chose the voices. We're just gonna go to HeyGen library, and then where it looks like there's a bunch of voices. Where I'm just gonna click play on some of these and see if we can find one.
Hey there, here's how I sound. Hope you like it.
Hey there, here's how I sound. Hey there, here's how I sound.
Hey there, here's how I sound.
Hey there, here's how I sound.
Hey there, here's how I sound.
Hey there, here's how.
Hey there, here's how I.
All right, I chose the first one that was on that list. So we just chose the voice, Melody May. We just type that in, and then we're going to go ahead and generate so we can see what this is going to do. So we'll do Kitty. Now, this will not have expressions like you just saw with that Izzy girl, because that was intentionally developed inside of the HeyGen studios with HeyGen Avatar 4. And we'll go back and kind of touch on that because I think that's really important that you know about that. Because here, why it's wait. We'll go ahead and wait until that's done, then we'll watch what take two of me sounded like and look like. We'll see what taking a single photo from like Mid-Journey and animating it, what that looks like, so you know. And then we'll kind of wrap things up because we just passed an hour and I'm getting kind of tired. So I don't know if you're all getting tired of hearing me or not. So I want to show you as a recap. If we go here, let's go to a new tab, click on avatars. When you want to play around with HeyGen version 4 and make sure that they're actually expressive with their hands and everything, I would recommend, actually, we haven't even looked at AI generated comedian favorites. Let's see what those look like. So AI generated were just people that were, they do look kind of AI-ish. So community. Oh, this is cool. These are avatars people actually in the community created, which is pretty darn good. And this is a very wide range of avatars. There's like Pixar style looking characters. There's futuristic looking characters. Some of these have the HeyGen 4. And I think the reason why they have HeyGen 4 is because they have a lot of different looks and angles. So they look very realistic. This is cool. That was a really cool find. Favorites are just ones, let's say I come across that I would like to do. Because I will say what I am going to play around with this by coming up with some ideas for ads and fun things I can do on social media to have different people. And like when I say different people, I'm saying cartoon characters, pets, dogs, all kinds of stuff. Different nationalities, all kind of talking about AIville and just seeing what kind of attention they get. But where I was going with this is if you are going to sign up for HeyGen to use Avatar 4 and you want to choose one of their public avatars that they have here, make sure you choose one that says that it supports Avatar 4, because that is where you're going to get the hand motions, the eye gestures, the how they're talking with their hands, like everything. Because if you choose one that does not have that, you're going to be disappointed with the results, which is you saw what that kind of looked like. So, and then yeah, Wendy says, don't forget parrots. I bet they do have parrots in there. I'm just curious. So if I type in parrots, nope, no parrots. So you could maybe create one, Wendy, and drop it in there. Okay, so let's go back and see if... All right, so these were all done. So I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to, I'll mute myself out and we're going to check these one at a time. I'm going to watch take 2 of me to see how the background stuff turned out. And then we will watch the kitty version. And then I'll wrap it up with something I want to ask all of you that I haven't asked yet before.
I'm so glad you joined the AIville family. You're going to love learning how to use AI with us.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not super expressive, but remember, I kind of did a disclaimer at the very beginning. When I recorded my 2-minute sample for them, I wasn't very expressive with my 2-minute sample. Like if my 2-minute sample was pulled from this live stream, it would have been a lot better than what you're seeing right now. So let's go back to projects, and we're going to take a look and see what Kitty had to say.
I'm so glad you joined us. You're going to love learning how to use AI with me and all of my furry little friends. I'm so glad you joined us. You're going to love learning how to use AI with me and all of my furry little friends.
Okay, I wasn't too bad. It was a little glitchy, but remember, I chose that avatar, or that was just uploading one picture. Let's go to the community. I'm curious if we pick a cartoon that is using the AI, the avatar 4, if the cartoon is just as expressive as real people. There's actually two I wanted to see here. So let's I want to get more of like a full body one because I want to see how they would actually talk with their hands and everything. I'm going to favorite this guy. Oh, it changed everything. I'm going to favorite this girl in the street. And then let's see if yeah, my favorites, I can see my favorites. So let's just do these really quick. And then this will be the last test we will be doing. I'm not even going to listen to see what kind of, well, I might actually use these. So let's see what the voice sounds like.
Hey there, here's how I sound. Hope
I'm not a fan. It's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to say I'm so glad you joined our family. You're going to love learn how to use AI with us. And then we're going to just type that in, hit generate. I'm just going to do one, submit. I'm just trying to do these really quick so I'm not wasting your time. And then we're going to go back to avatars, look at favorite skin, go with this guy. And then we are going to pick one. So I'm so glad you joined our family. And well, I'm kind of curious what he sounds like. I could pick a voice. I'm just going to let it go with what it thinks it should be. And we're going to hit generate. I'll say 2. No watermark. And now we wait. So why we're waiting, and yeah, that you can totally do it singing. That was there's a lot of other things that we can do with this. What I actually just wanted to share with all of you today was introducing the ability of if you want to have a talking avatar that that actually like looks lifelike, has expressive emotions, talks with their hands, moves their eyes and their body and everything as they're talking. That was really not possible until I think it was August 26th or August 28th is when HeyGen Avatar 4 got released, because inside of AIville, which is the community that I built for people that are using AI and learning how to use AI, I saw it blown up with people talking about HeyGen Avatar 4. And then that's where I was like, this stuff's insane. I just want to like learn how to use it myself. So that's why I want to do this live stream, so we could just kind of play around with it. But my question I was going to ask for all of you was, would you, for those of you that are here live, because that's the benefit of being here live, is you can actually, you can help guide the direction on what I talk about. So I'm going to ask for tomorrow, which is September 3rd. Would you be interested in me doing a little bit deeper of a dive and having very specific use cases on how you can be using HeyGen? Like I talked earlier about some of the cheat codes on how you could use this for making money. I can go deeper on that and actually show you like, here's how you could make money with talking avatars using HeyGen Avatar 4. Because I'm getting a ton of ideas just by looking through the community showcase and things that you can do with it. And what I could do is tomorrow during the day, I could put together like the outline of, I would have like probably 7 to 11 use cases on things you can do. In each use case, we'll take a different avatar and then I'll show you different things you can have the avatar do. Then I'll spend more time like learning it during the day, and then I'll teach it probably maybe tomorrow night. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, let me know, because then I can do that. So let me go ahead and see what these two turned out to be like. And then we'll come back and kind of wrap things up.
I'm so glad you joined our family. You're going to love learning how to use AI with us.
All right, so that wasn't good. So how we could make it great, and this is what I would do tomorrow, is showing you like, again, how you can make money with these things. you would definitely want to record yourself speaking the way you want it to be spoken, and then use the voice mirroring functionality like I showed you. So that way you speak how you want to be spoken, but then you just choose the sound of the voice to actually do it. Because if you get really excited and talk really loud and all that, then you notice like the eyes will change and everything. And that's where it got really creepy, as when we saw that. So okay, so there was that one. And then this was, where was I? Let me refresh here. This guy. So we'll see with this guy. Now, again, it's probably not going to be very expressive or anything because I didn't do the voice mirroring. It looks like the voice mirroring is where the magic is. So we'll go ahead and listen to this real quick.
I'm so glad you joined our family. You're going to love learning how to use AI with us.
That was impressive. Considering I gave it no direction on how to use its hands and any of that kind of stuff. So that was pretty powerful. So what we could do too is you come in here, and then I saw there was a feature somewhere where you can explain the expressions you want it to have. But I feel like since it's generated with this HeyGen Avatar 4, if you just use the voice mirroring and speak like you want it to, like imagine you're teleporting yourself into this character, but it's going to be having its own voice, but you get to choose the inflections. I think that's the secret power. So, yeah, it's definitely pretty good. Looks like a lot of you are up for the ideas that I mentioned for tomorrow. So good. So I'm glad you are, because that is what I would like to do tomorrow. I will spend the day going much deeper into figuring out some really cool use cases on how we can use Avatar 4, and we'll continue this having fun with this because my mind's racing right now on things that we can do and things that I can show you that you can have a lot of fun with. So what I would like for you to do is bring your ideas tomorrow to the live stream, and because I'll go through some use cases to share with you to get things started, but I would like for you to have some use cases too you would like to kind of bring to the table, because that's kind of where I want to end with all this. Is this whole AI movement is not just about the technology being powerful. It is the people using the technology is what's making this movement. So I just kind of wanted to end this live stream with you're one of the few who actually discovered this first, because what you just saw just got released a few days ago. So on my YouTube channel, I'm always going to keep up by discovering this stuff, by what's being shared inside of AIville, and then bringing it to you first. So the more of us that we can actually get here on these live streams, it means more of us can actually come together and help each other, which means the stronger we can all become using AI. So that being said, if you don't mind, especially knowing that if your mind opened up a little bit more today, please share this stream with your friends. You just even copying and pasting the link and dropping it on Facebook and just say, just saw this, super cool. Can't believe where AI is going. You don't have to say much about it. Just sharing it will really help, because every share will actually bring more people into our family. And I really want to thank you all for being here, not just with me on this live stream, but all of us that you saw each other in the chat. And for tomorrow's breakthrough, like you saw, all of you were interested in me taking this further. So that is exactly what we're going to do. I'll come up with kind of the title and the outline probably in the afternoon. And I would say tomorrow night is when I will probably go live. I don't know exactly what time, but this week it works well for me to go live at night because there's just a lot going on during the day with my family and sports. And like I said, my daughter that is in softball and volleyball, she hit a home run tonight. I got to see that playing softball, but then I missed her sand volleyball, and she won the championship. And I was here talking about digital avatars and cartoons. So I've got to figure out my schedule a little bit better, but definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you haven't done so already, turn on notifications, because you will then always know as soon as I go live, because you'll get notified about it if you have notifications turned on. So that's all I got for you for now. I will see you tomorrow. I wouldn't say first thing in the morning, but I will see you tomorrow at some point. And we'll keep having more fun with HeyGen Avatar 4. Bye for now.